Hey YouTube, thanks for clicking on this video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the dividends that I was paid by one of my favorite companies, and that is Apple. As you guys have known, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, I've most likely mentioned Apple in some form or fashion. I have been investing in them for years, and really, now that they just started paying dividends a little bit ago, it hasn't been always, so this is kind of a good time to enter in if you're looking at dividend stocks. It's not maybe the key stock you want to have, but as far as like I've talked before, I'm looking for stocks that don't just pay dividends. A lot of them that pay dividends will either stay kind of steady or have a slight increase, as far as their stock price, and then pay you dividends. That's like the bonus. What I look for is mostly stocks that have a lot of potential to go up, have a 10% increase roughly, if not more, every year depending on the market, but also that can pay me a little bit again in dividends throughout the years and throughout the quarter, since they pay most pay quarterly. So without pretty much getting it any further, I'm gonna actually turn on my phone right here as far as so you can see my screen. Again, I'll put it up right there like usual. But one thing that I really want to kind of emphasize in this video is this is a portfolio that I started this year. This is not years, this is 1 year worth of trading, give or take minus $2,300 because I got that from my TD Ameritrade account. But overall, this is an account that's still new, has not been over a year, and hasn't, I haven't been doing this a while. This is 1 year's portfolio. And I'm actually really happy as far as the gains that I have and kind of where I've started. I'm happy with pretty much every trade that I've made this entire year. Now, we are in a bear market where the stock market's been going up for 10, 11 years, so this is, not necessarily the most normal thing to happen is, kind of go up. But what I want to really kind of emphasize is that, yes, the dividends that I got paid, I'll show you in a bit, may not sound like a lot, but it's more of the potential of where it can go. And, with me buying more of these, more stocks in Apple, which I plan on doing, the more dividends I'll get paid. And as they increase their dividends, I'll get paid even more. So that's why I just want to throw that out there. Very first thing is that the mindset of I'm a long-term investor. I'm doing this for 5, 10, 15 years. And this is it's almost been a year. So without any further ado, we're gonna take a look at it real quick, and we're gonna go to my little notifications here, and we're gonna go up to the very top one. It says Apple, because it says update because you've owned 8 shares of Apple on 11/7. You've received a dividend payment of $6.16. Now, that's what I was kind of warming you guys up to, is that yes, that is not a lot of money, and I can't even buy an Apple share with that. However, now when you think of what can you do with that $6.16? Now you can put it towards another share of Apple. You can buy other stocks that aren't worth that much, ones that are worth, $5 on as, something less. Or another thing is that you can cash it out and pay, buy 2 cups of coffee, I don't know, buy something with it. But overall, what I always advise doing is pretty much to reinvest it. Now, what I really want to focus on, again, as far as not only, yes, this is a little bit amount and what you can do with it, but also, Apple just started paying dividends, I think 3 years ago, I want to say. And yes, this is not a lot for 8 shares, but this is also quarterly. So I'll get paid this 4 times throughout the year. Now, still, that's a little under $25 right there, which again is not a ton of money. However, first year of me starting this portfolio and getting paid $25 from these stocks that I can reinvest. Now, every year, if I end up buying more Apple shares, which I plan on doing, I'll get paid more every quarter as well, again, overall in the year. As I stack these and they increase their dividend yield, which means that they will pay me, they usually, with what most businesses do, is that they will increase how much they actually pay out. Therefore, I'll get paid more every year, so it's like a little raise. It'll potentially, in 10 years, it could be a lot of money as I keep adding shares and they keep increasing their dividends. This is kind of the mindset you want to be in, especially when you invest in a stock that is shown to have, be profitable, have growth, and be able to pay dividends and can be able to keep paying dividends for several years to come. It's all about the potential. That's what I'm thinking, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. I'm thinking of the potential of what this could be later on. And I want to own a ton of shares of Apple, like I'm sure a lot of people do, and now their dividends is just a small part. If you look at overall in the stock, let's just look at this year. I passed it. There we go. Apple. In this past year, it's went up 41%. I didn't, buy it exactly, year to date there. So let's go. I'm up 26%. That is crazy. That is amazing. And I'm up $442. This is one of the biggest portions of my portfolio. It's almost 25%. It's almost a quarter. And that is a lot for a portfolio, I'm not gonna lie. And I believe in the last recession, it went down almost 50%. But what I plan on doing is when something like that occurs, I'm gonna be buying a lot more and getting it at a discount. Now, that right there, plus I just got paid $6 this quarter. Next quarter, depending on how many stocks I own, I'll get paid the same, if not more, depending on the stocks. But, so not only did it has increased. So if I sold it today, I would be up quite a bit and I'd be happy, but not as happy as I could be in future years. This right here just goes to show that what I'm looking for is growth in the stock and to pay me a little bit back so then I can start reinvesting this. Again, it's a small portion. I think in my entire portfolio, I still get paid less than $100 in dividends. And so it's not really a dividend portfolio in that regard as far as a full, there's some people that get paid almost $100 a month in dividends, but mine is to get paid some so I can reinvest those and then be able to, but also see it grow, have the stock grow fairly well like Apple there. Now I'm going to turn off my screen and just talk a little bit more about what I want in the next couple months, because I usually do that at the end of the videos. And I know I didn't usually show the update. I'm up 17% on the year. I know the S&P 500 I think is closer to like 20-something percent. So I'm not beating that, but I'm overall very happy with my portfolio. Some of my things that I'm concerned about are like Tesla, since they're doing great. However, that is a big portion and a big part of my profit. And since they're very volatile, I need to be very careful for that and kind of set my expectations, or if something happens, if it goes down, to be okay with it. And I will be. But overall with the dividends, this is something just I want you guys to all think about if you invest in a dividend stock. Know how much you are going to get paid, set realistic expectations, but also realize that at first you're not going to get paid a lot. It is going to start small. Like anything you ever start, it starts small and it just increases. But as long as you stick with it, and again, I plan on buying more stocks of Apple, and then as they increase their dividends, it's something that I love and can't wait to see in like the next 5 years, to see it just grow. So that is why I kind of make these videos, is to kind of inform you, kind of get the mindset, and basically patience is key. It is literally like watching paint dry, but it is part of the process, it is part of the fun, it's part of just the system itself. And I'd rather my money be making me money and not sitting in a savings account, at least not all of it, to where I can at least get some money back while it's just sitting there not doing a whole lot. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found any value of it, please subscribe. Leave a comment down below if there's any stocks that you own that pay dividends, or if you own Apple, and what you guys think about dividends in general, and do you guys reinvest them? What do you use your dividends for? All these questions. This is not really a big dividend kind of channel, but that's kind of the way I'm gearing, just because it's nice to get some money back and then I can reinvest those. I'm not going to use, I don't believe I'm going to use that $6 to put towards Apple, but that's less that I have to transfer from my bank into Robinhood next time I want to purchase something, which will probably be in the next couple of weeks. So again, if you guys like this video, thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.